you for staying with us. One thing about falsehood is that it is easy to perpetrate, but difficult to cover and sustain. The Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has provided further evidence to support the claim that Ejikeme Mmesoma fabricated our UTME results. According to JAMB spokesperson Fabian Benjamin, Ejikeme's result was edited and does not match the records in their database. After a thorough check, our actual score of 249 has been withdrawn, while she has been banned from participating in the examination for 3 years. Jide, this seemed controversial. Yesterday we discussed it, and the vibes I got after the show, I was almost, doubting the position we took. But subsequently, JAMB came out, and they've been conducting this examination for long, and we've not had any reason to doubt, the credibility of this body. But for this young girl and the father, they featured on our 1 p.m. news today. The father was there, the spokesperson of JAMB was there, and the father was saying that, look, he doesn't care, doesn't understand anything they're saying. All he knows and he cares about is that his daughter had the highest scores and they did not forge any results. While the JAMB man was telling them that if they come through now, they can even, might not prosecute them and everything and escape this ban. But the way Nigerians are taking it, but the truth is always the truth. Jide, can you please shed more light to what happened?
We spoke with the JAMB spokesperson earlier today, and we are meant to actually have him speak on this program.
Okay.
Extensively. So the producer has to bear that in mind and prepare you for an interview with this JAMB spokesman, because he has...
Okay, maybe first of all, just get in touch with the JAMB spokesperson now.
Spokesperson
so that
on this
just...
because we have spoken with him and he assured us that he will appear on Journalist Angle. So what we need to do is to get across to him so that he can provide information that Nigerians don't already have. You understand? So first and foremost, people are calling this girl a minor. She has two, based on documents at INEC's disposal, she has 2 different ages. But in her own original documents filed with JAMB, she's 19.
19.
A 19-year-old girl is not a minor.
Legal.
She's very much old enough to get married and begin to make children.
Yes.
A 19-year-old
girl should have moved out of her parents' house.
Can vote.
And be voted for.
And be voted for. So let Nigerians first stop this noise that she's a minor, this and that. She's not a minor. She's 19 years, according to our record with JAMB. Second, JAMB has stridently argued that result sheet that she used is not what they are using in 2023, that they last used it in 2021. I think we need to see
so they've changed the format.
When you look at her own result, the result that she paraded, that she showed in that video, this is the current, show us this thing. That is the current format. That's the way it looks like now.
Yes, and the photograph will be there.
This is different to...
It carries the photograph.
This is different to what she's parading. Okay, out of 1.6 million Nigerians, how come it is this girl that our own result sheet is different? People must realize that this is a second person. I got 2 different results, 2 brothers from Ilesha West. who are seeking admission, and
that's this, local government.
Yes, that's those are there are two results from two brothers. That's the way it look like. If you have a son who sat for JAMB this year, get hold of the result of that boy, the
lady.
You will see that it is this same way. My own son too sat for JAMB for the first time, straight from secondary school, and he scored 234. This is what it looks like.
The difference in this picture is that it carries picture of the person.
Even the structure. It's not like this.
It's different.
Go and look at the one she paraded. It's like this. It's in a landscape format.
How did she get it?
It's in landscape format.
There have been explanations to that.
It's been landscape format. Okay, look at our own. Can you see now?
Can you see it?
This is landscape format.
Quite different.
Nigerians are extremely gullible people, and they don't ask the right questions.
And the Nigerians don't want to believe JAMB. They want to believe that, look, this girl is telling the truth and doubting the credibility of the examination body. Saying SSS should come and do investigation, that it is after the investigation of SSS.
But why?
It's also good.
When you sit for JAMB, you agree to abide by the by its
terms and conditions.
They don't even need to take her to court before banning her. Which they have done, because you already signed in that.
You signed it off.
That you will abide, and forgery is a very serious issue. JAMB has been in this situation before, when people won't even threaten to go to court.
Yep.
Asking for
2 billion naira.
In the end, when the facts were presented, he started begging. He didn't want to go to jail. So, sensible people should be careful about backing someone when you don't have the facts. This has nothing to do with ethnicity.
And you want to rubbish a whole institution.
The person who scored the highest scored 360, not 362. And that person is from Anambra State. So this has nothing to do with ethnicity. When in our nation we reduce everything to ethnicity, then we are in trouble as a nation.
Somebody was even calling for the scrap of JAMB. So let's scrap JAMB. So just because of this.
Did you even read the part where a chap in Kano who did not register?
Kaduna?
In Kaduna, who did not register for JAMB, went and presented the result to his community. That is called 380.
And
same
people
Nigeria,
are saying,
same year.
People are saying, is it because he's from the north that they don't want to honor him? It was at that point that they then subjected to verification. If you want to get into Unilag now, Unilag will verify your scores with JAMB.
Yes.
You even pay for that.
You pay for it.
You pay for it. They are not fools. They are not fools. There's a reason they make you pay for that, because they know some of you will come with fake.
Okay, Jide, my producer is just telling me Fabian Benjamin is with us. Yes. Thank you for joining us, the spokesperson of JAMB. Yeah. Thank you, Benjamin. Hello, Fabian.
Dr. Fabian.
Okay, I think we are having challenges with the network. He will join us.
For me, I think JAMB should focus on where that child started.
Okay, Dr. Benjamin, thank you for joining us.
I'm with you.
Okay. All right. We are as embarrassed as other Nigerians about what has happened. And JAMB over the years had conducted this examination before even some of us were born.
Yes.
Now, people are saying, what went wrong? What went wrong? People are inclined to not blame the girl. They believe that maybe there was a glitch, maybe there was a computer glitch somewhere. So what really is the situation? Is this clearly a case of forgery, and what pieces of evidence do you have to show that this is a cast iron case of forgery?
Okay, good. Thank you very much. First of all, let me make this very clear that our results are not in the cloud. And because they are not in the cloud, so the issue of forgery, the issue of hacking our this thing does not even arise. That's why you will never hear where somebody will say JAMB website or whatever has been hacked. When we mark ours, we have a database that is off the cloud. It's not connected to any internet. That is where those stores are kept encrypted. When we are sending them to tertiary institution on their cabs, that's when it is taken and then decrypted and sent to the schools. Whatever we put on the cloud is just for candidates to check their performance, and it ends there. It is not picked from there for anything. But even that, what this candidate is parading is not any result that she got from the cloud. One other evidence that I want people who want to go extra mile is that when you are registering for our examination, we insist that you must provide a unique identifier, which is telephone. It is that telephone that you use sending your NIN to 55019. That NIN, our system, our USSD code will pull your details. That's your name, your age, date of birth, and everything. When you get to the center, you don't fill those details. The only thing you fill is your choice. I want to read pharmacy, University of Lagos, and that is all. Now, this candidate, for every transaction that she's been having with JAMB, it is recorded. If you go to Airtel today, because she's using an Airtel line, they will show you all her transactions from day one. As we speak, even yesterday, this candidate paid 1,500 naira and printed her original result. But she's not showing anybody. She does not think that we will know. On the 25th of June, she had also paid money and printed the original result again. Well, before the result was released, she sent a message to pull the result, and he told her clearly that your result is not ready yet. When the result was ready, she sent a message again. He sent her result of 249. You know what she did? She now edited that result and put 362 and sent back to the USSD code. She was supposed to send UTME result, but she now sent that message back. Immediately he hit the database. The base sent her back her original result of 249. She kept sending messages and requesting, he kept sending her result. If you look at it, she sent almost 6 times requesting for result, and he sent her the same 249. Now, her NIN, because the system pulled her details from NIN, it pulled her age. If you look at her result that I've shared, you will see that her date of birth is 2nd April 2004. But on the slip that she's parading, the date of birth is 2nd March 2004. The father was on TVC this afternoon, and they asked him, when was your daughter born? He says 2nd April 2004. But the date on the result that she's parading is 2nd April 2000. So 2nd March, 2004. That is the date of birth of the candidate that she's using the slip. And I got home now, my wife just confronted me with something that is very funny. On net, some people just discover a software that you can use to change your JAMB slip. And if you see the barrage of results she has sent to me, with all of, in fact, she has sent more than, I don't know whether if you are seeing my picture, I will just hold it something. I don't know how close you will see the same, and all of them. What I suspect is that the developer of this software put this result of this Omobalale, because all the candidates that use the software to change their scores is the same QR code that they use.
Yes.
But all these things that I'm making is not on our system. All the transactions this candidate has been having, yesterday she printed her result, we are seeing it, is there. If you look at this slip she's carrying, which the last time we used was in 2021. And we decided, because when one Ife Nachi came to us with the same allegation that he scored 320, and then he went to check back, he saw 250. He scored 250 actually. And he came with a lawyer. The lawyer came from Enugu. One lawyer, he said he has been practicing for 40 years and stuff like that. And this candidate, what he did, the USSD code, he saved his sister number as 55019. Because it is a 55019 that you use in sending messages. So he saved his sister's phone number as 55019. He will now edit the message and send to his sister. The sister will now send to him using the sister's phone. So when he land on his phone, it will land as 55019. So you'll be thinking that it is JAMB that sent it to him. At the point we were almost confused. But when we got to his WhatsApp, we now saw this 55019 with a picture. JAMB is sending you a message and it has a female picture. We asked him who is this person. He says his sister. We called it. We dialed the number, the phone rang, the sister picked. It was at that point that the candidate now confessed that actually he had wanted to read medicine. The father insisted that he must read medicine. And he wrote JAMB 3 times. And he was getting something less than what we give him medicine in the University of Lagos. And a friend now advised him that there's a software that can do that and you print it and go and give your father. So he printed it and went and gave his father. So when they went for pursuit UTME in the university, and the father checked his name, his score was not what he was holding. That was when he started making trouble. JAMB have changed this one. JAMB have done this one. When the child confessed, the man almost killed him. We asked him, look, don't kill this boy in our premises. You can take him home, whatever you want with him. This is the fault that we are having. We've had Chinedu, Ifesinachi, we've had Ifanyi, we have Imeka. This is the fault that we're having with this particular pattern of issue. If you go to the net now, you check John Chinedu, Ifesinachi, you will see where his lawyer sued us and was claiming, I think, 1 or 2 billion naira. But he ended up confessing. On each occasion, all this, none of them had proven us wrong. Because your result, we don't know this girl. What will we gain, for Christ's sake? What will we gain?
For my lining,
this girl has scored 300, 400. What will we gain to say that she didn't score it? Why will we hate her so much? In any case, the person, the highest scorer this year that we announced is from the East, is from Anambra State. We didn't hate that one. We announced our score. And then we are hating this one. Why? So these are the issues. This thing has nothing to do with our database. The candidate just forged this slip and she's just misleading people. If you look at the video that she's parading, you will see that some people are telling her what to say.
Yeah.
It's the same candidate that said, I don't have to do.
That language,
Now,
that language is strong.
When did JAMB announce the top 10 scorers?
It was last month, I think 24th of June, if I'm not mistaken, on one Saturday, that we had a policy meeting. The policy meeting is chaired by the Minister of Education, where you have all heads of tertiary institutions, the vice chancellors, the rectors, the provosts of colleges of education, all of them.
Okay, Mr. Fabian.
Doctor.
Is it that? Okay, I wanted to ask him that from the investigation of the DSS, because we were told that the DSS, they've waded in and they want to verify what actually went down, because I don't want to believe that this young girl
think there is
could...
a need for an investigation in this particular case. What we need to get through, who developed this app?
Yes.
Because that's a big question.
To arrest.
You see, when
Fabian is back.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes, I'm back.
Yes, tell us about the DSS intervention in this.
He was going to answer a question.
Yes, because when we were actually the one that called DSS for them to actually come in and investigate this matter, because we know the truth. This is not the first time we are experiencing this, so we know where all these things are coming from. So we call DSS. But government security agency will always do the way they are still on it. In fact, when this lady shared that video and she said that they scanned a QR code and one name came up with 138, they scan again and 300 and something. The commissioner for education in Anambra State called me. He said, look, I was the one that scanned this thing, and I scanned repeatedly, and he kept giving me the same thing. It didn't change. But what we have agreed, we have told Anambra State government that, look, because they say we should constitute a committee, we say no. We want an independent, let them go and constitute a committee. They should just invite us, we'll bring the facts. We are not averse to. In fact, they can bring anybody they want to bring. Even if they want to make our father the chairman of the committee, we are not averse to it. Because we have our fact, we bring it. Anybody that is willing, any organization that feels that, okay, we can do this job, willing to submit ourselves for scrutiny. Because we know that this thing did not emanate from 1.6 million candidates at the 2023 examination. Only one candidate is having a different template of result. How come? Only one candidate. So people should also look at this thing. So we are talking with Anambra State government. We want them to constitute this committee so that we will go there and present this fact and let them tell us what their findings will be. Yeah. We want to open our system to anybody that feel like, even if the father and mother say, okay, we want to come to JAMB today, so that we'll come and see everything. We are open to that. We are not averse to anybody that wants to come and do any investigation, whether forensic or anything. Come and look at it and look at our system. We will show you everything. We will invite Airtel. Airtel will come. They will show the transaction. If the parent wants to be sincere, let them show us where, because the girl was saying that they sent her a message how to check the result. Let us show us the messages that we sent to her through the USS, the 55019. And let us also see the messages outbox where she sent to us. You will also see all those facts. You will see that from the one that she checked her result, she was receiving 249. She never received 362 from us.
So it was suggested some time ago that JAMB would, in the future, allow people to use their phones to write those examinations. Do you think that it makes sense, given how people are trying to manipulate the system, to allow people access to their phones?
No, what we have done over time is that we've been able to overcome most of these challenges that lead to exam malpractice. The only thing that we are battling now and working hard to do is the issue of impersonation, which we have brought biometrics and other things. At the CPT center, we're using CCTV cameras, we're using other devices. We ensure that your biometric will automate your examination. Without it, you cannot see the examination and all this. But the only challenge we still have, yes, we have recorded huge successes there, but we are still having little pocket because of human compromises. Because if you have examination official who don't want to follow what we have put on ground, certainly we are going to have one or two pieces of compromise here and there. But, bring your device. That's what we're talking about, BYOD. Bring your own device. You can bring your laptop, you can bring your phone and all those things. We're also looking at what we call open book. What checkmates they bring your device or open book is time. Because we believe that if today I give you Gocholion as a textbook in geography, and I say, look, I ask you a question, and your ability to go to the page where that question is to answer it, which means you have read the book. If you don't read the book, instead of spending 1 minute on one question, you will end up spending 20 minutes. And before you know what is happening, your time is gone. So it's not about bringing books. It's about knowing where the answer is so that you'll be able to at least provide the solution within the space of the time that you're given.
If today we decide... If people would bring their phones or are allowed to bring their phones, won't they use the search engine to find answers?
Well, if our examination, maybe we are giving you 2 hours for examination, and you're bringing your phones. One other option is that, like in our CPT center, all our system, you cannot use internet on it. We have a software that disables the internet.
Okay.
Even if you're going to use internet, and because we factor in that you're going to use internet, we can reduce the time.
Definitely.
If we give you 10 questions and we give you 2 minutes, before you search one, the time will have finished. But a smart person that doesn't need to search, once he sees the question, he knows the answer, he will go there and you finish his list. So it's a function of how prepared you are.
I want to thank you, Fabian Benjamin.
These are
I want to thank
that,
you for your intervention.
Our
time is fast spent. Thank you for your intervention. And this is very, very funny.
Ridiculous, honestly.
Very, very funny.
I'm really ashamed.
You go online, what you find will be shocking.
See the pressure on JAMB from highly placed Nigerians. Highly placed Nigerians that we can't afford to mention their names here on this matter. That's to show you that the society,
all of a sudden,
the society has collapsed
just because of one person.
I'm
questioning the credibility of this institution.
Old men.
I passed through JAMB, you passed through JAMB.
How did they bring up their own children? How did they bring up their own children? If highly placed people are piling pressure on JAMB on a matter that is criminal in nature,
I think that was the problem the lady had. She must have been under a lot of pressure. I also think that they must have paid somewhere to get that kind of result, because people still promise those results despite knowing that that system is automated. You see some centers, they will say, come to us for JAMB, you can't score less than 300. So no matter how...
Oh, this one, I don't even think it's... I think this one happened after the exam.
No, that's what I'm saying.
After the result came.
Yes, it's after, because there must have been a promise along the line that you can't get less than this. And
no, I don't think it's from the so-called miracle center.
I'm just saying that...
There are miracle centers, we know. But what this person did was after she asked for a result and she got what was lower than she wanted. That was when she now came up. And it's clear that it's somebody else's result sheet that they mutilated and superimposed their own scores.
We are going to be on the story. We are going to be on the story. We keep following up. We keep following up. When the DSS, when they are out with their observation and everything, we will tell Nigerians. But it's a very, very interesting story.
The more pieces of evidence come up, even if it takes DSS 1 year to come up with it, we won't leave the matter. We will still be on it.
We want to bring this institution down.
We'll get to the root of the matter. You cannot... You see some people who do not believe in Nigeria.
Yes.
They have seen this as an opportunity to diminish the country, give the country and its institutions a bad name. They are the ones who are excited now and saying all kinds of rubbish about a matter that is criminal in nature.
Criminal, very criminal.
Thank you. Thank you for your contribution. And the maestro.